we're going to grant permission to Westcat to videotape the meeting. I ask if anyone else wishes to record the meeting. I see no one else. First, on the chairman's update, the Board of Selectmen has been invited to the Eagle Scout ceremony of Troop 1 in Islington on Saturday, April 2nd at 12 noon in the Islington Community Center. All three young men are students at Westwood High School: Jared Lamb, Matthew Mason, and Matthew Wagner. I wish them congratulations, and I'm going to try to be there on Saturday. All right, our public hearings. We have two scheduled. Janice, I'm busy this evening.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we have the first public hearing. It's for Not Your Average Joe's. It's for our petition for a change of manager of record. And here tonight is Michael Belli from
Hello.
Not Your Average Joe's. And the corporate office has submitted a petition to change the license from Seth Kaplan to Michael Belli. And all the forms have been submitted according to the items that are required by the UBCC. And right now, the only thing pending is the Corey check and your consideration, and then the UBCC's approval if you approve tonight.
Mrs. Knight?
So we know you've been around there already. How's it going at the store?
Great.
Or the restaurant? Yeah. And were
Very
you
excited.
somewhere else where they Not Your Average Shows beforehand?
Yeah, I was in Westboro for 4.5 years prior.
Okay, so you've been within the organization, so this
Absolutely.
should just be procedural from a paperwork standpoint.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mr. Hearn?
I have no questions.
Okay, nor do I. Do I have a motion?
Move approval.
I will second that.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you.
You can stay. Or you can go.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And the next is for Anthony's Coal-Fired Pizza for change of manager of record. And Jeff Biggs here along with attorney Caroline O'Connell. And they are here also to submit a petition to change license from Brett D'Amato to Jeff Biggs. And they have also submitted all their forms. Everything is properly advertised. And Jeff has been with Anthony's Coal-Fired Pizza since they opened, and is taking over for Brett, who's moving on as regional manager.
Questions?
So same thing, it sounds like you've been there already, been in the organization
Since the opening, yes.
since the opening. And how's it going for the restaurant?
Unbelievable. So much support from
A
West.
lot of buzz.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We're really excited.
That's great.
Mr. Hearn?
Move approval.
I suppose the last one we should have said, subject to,
Contingent upon all Corey and ABCC approval.
yeah, I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, Jeff, you're in charge now.
Thank you.
You just have to open it and close it because we published it.
It's not continued, it's not gonna happen?
We're not gonna have it, not necessarily.
I move that we continue the public hearing over the Eversource petition and grant a location. We locate one pool.
No, we don't even need to hold it, we just open it and close it. Right? Is that what you said?
So the petition was withdrawn by Eversource because Westwood Glen Road is a private road. So there's no need to hold an actual public hearing. But since we already published it, notified.
So once we get to the article and announce that it's open, I move that we continue or close it?
Close it.
Move that we close.
Okay.
I close, I second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Tip?
Hello, so we're here tonight to request for approval of the budget and presentation of FinCom, which is after this, on the police station, on the new police station. As you may be aware, you are aware, the bids came in. Fortunately, they came in pretty significantly under the budget, so the low end that we had been talking about is, we've been talking about a low end for many months now to the selectmen of 13 million 880. And our budget is $13,205,000. And it includes in that budget a 10% contingency for change orders or other unforeseen events that might occur, as well as all the rest of the items that would make up the project budget. Design, architecture, project management, construction administration of the design, furniture, equipment, public safety equipment, the tower, radio, all of those items. So that equates to a debt service on a 30-year bond at 3.5%, borrowing of $13,205,000 of $679,000 a year, annual principal and interest. And I think we're asking you to approve that or place it in front of the FinCom.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Brad Pam just walked in. What's the annual amount on the debt service for this? Again, Tim?
$678,379.
On a 3% note, correct?
3.5.
3.5 across 30 years.
So it could be more favorable than that.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get to. And didn't we anticipate a debt service between 705 and 800,000, Pam?
Yeah.
When we first started doing this. So our debt service is coming in 100,000 under with a 10% contingency. And when we go to market, it may be significant, even under 600,000, given our local kind of successes in going to market for bonds with a AAA bond rating. Correct, ma'am?
When do you think we would borrow, given the project itself wouldn't start until August, if, assuming we get the town meeting approval?
Yeah, we'll meet with the treasurer after town meeting. It would probably be sometime in the summer or
Okay, so
the fall.
this year likely to keep ahead of the rate, any upward pressure on rates?
Yeah, and that's just a good time as far as we'd have year-end numbers and they like to see that. We have some other things that we need to add into this borrowing, so the bond would include all of those items, the road work and the land purchase from last fall. And so I think at that point then, Treasurer Gavin would look at, given the numbers now in the project, and kind of get a sense of what's the interest rate climate, and maybe would run numbers and take a look again at 20, 25, 30 years to see what would fit with that allocation of the funds that we've done. We might be able to do a bit shorter length.
Mike, we don't approve the contractor though, correct? That's not part of what we're doing tonight, we would just want to approve, accept the bid price?
Yeah, you just accepting the bid price.
Is that just governed by the low bid unless we go through any process to override that?
Tim will have to come back with a contract, that's the point at which they'll with the contract and sign.
But that's after we have town meeting vote.
Yes, yeah, we'll be back with the contract. After town meeting.
And just for the public's sake and general discussion, how tight were the bids? We
So the
received
bid, I
four.
don't have the results in front of me, but from memory, the bids were, the low bid to the high bid was about just under $1 million. The low bid to the second bid was about $250,000, about 2.5%. The low bidder is, and the firm we feel comfortable will recommend is a firm called G&R Construction. They're the bidder that is the contractor on the Medfield Public Safety. They've been around for 30 or 40 years. They're a second generation family-owned company.
What's the name again?
G&R.
Tandar.
And the name of the family that owns it is the Morrell family. And they do, basically, this is their work. They do municipal buildings around this kind of size, a little bigger, a little smaller. They're very highly regarded. I can tell you because I'm on the Medfield Building Committee, we are really pleased with the performance on that project. We are getting in Westwood the same team that's on the Medfield Building Project. That project is going to end around September. We don't start officially until August 1st out on site because we've said in the contract to allow us some time for the road work to be completed. So a lot of the engineering will occur in May and June and July in coordination of mechanical electrical systems, but the actual construction won't start till August 1st, which is good because it does allow them to move over, amongst other things, it allows them to move over a very successful team that's in place. On that project, I've spoken to the principal of that firm, they're hiring pretty much the same subs that, again, we've been very pleased with. So, at least the ones they hire, and then the found subs, we've looked through, their firms that we're comfortable with. So we're very confident about this bid.
And Mike, can you comment about how the Deerfield Avenue Extension project is going to date? I know it's only 2 weeks in.
It's going gangbusters. The firm has been out there even today in the rain, doing the site work, getting prepared. The Scott House is scheduled to come down tomorrow, from my understanding. I don't think that's changed, has it, Jeff?
Pending utility notification that it's all disconnected, but it's ready to go down.
So tomorrow or the next
Tomorrow, the
day.
next day. So it's right on target. You want to say anything more? 'Cause Jeff is overseeing the project and reporting weekly on it.
Yeah, John Bertorelli and I are overseeing it, and yes, it's going really good. Fed Corp's doing it, like I said, the gangbusters job. We got around 300 feet of drain line in already. We have around 150 feet of sewer line in already. We're working our way towards Westwood Glen Road, and pretty soon we'll have some base course in of the road, the sub-base, so it'll happen quick. They're on schedule so far.
All the trees along, if you came, coming through Deerfield, all the trees along the Deerfield School came down today in preparation of leveling that off so we can put
Adding some parking spaces, yes.
in that area.
And I'm doing the work by Deerfield over April break, so that it doesn't disrupt the school.
Terrific. So no issues today with the coordination effort?
No, keeping everyone in the loop through the web and just through weekly emails, so it's working out good so far.
And the Chiaras and the building owner, Mr. Carter, have accommodated us for parking at the 4:30 with town hall staff across the street, so that's working out well.
Very generous.
Just a comment too, with GNR, the contractors that will award the police station, but they're also the firm that's handling the cemetery expansion project, and it's been smooth sailing thus far. Very, very pleased with them, so.
I move that we accept the bid price of $13,205,000 to be funded through a long-term bond, and to present this figure to the Finance and Warrant Commission this evening.
I second that.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, sir. Under new business, we have a financial analyst position to fill. Sheila Nee is retiring after 25 years of excellent dedicated service, so we are looking.
Dennis,
Well,
the fine town of Dennis.
she'll be right near you, Pat. We'll still say hello.
West Dennis.
So we need to fill Sheila's position.
Move approval.
Okay, hold on a second. 30 hours a week, is that the equivalent of what she's been doing, Pam?
For this work.
For this work?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what does that mean for long-range planning? Will whoever is hired for this take over that responsibility?
Take over assisting in long-range planning, yep, all the similar functions, OPEB committee, audit committee, all of those.
So it's quite an extensive 5 pages of job description. Is somebody like that out there besides Sheila? I mean, what are you hoping for? I mean, it's kind of like a seasoned person, but somebody who might be in a second career or something, or what are you thinking?
Not sure, we'll never replace Sheila. This is probably the hardest agenda item I've ever had. But, I think it's a great opportunity. Certainly has to be someone who, likes numbers, likes working on the financials, because it's all that. So it's the budget and all those other committees that you mentioned, helping with all of our presentations, all of our town meeting documents. So I think it could go either way. It might be a young person, it's a great job to get involved, or it might be, someone in the community who's done that in the past, or, looking to kind of get back. The 30 hours might be attractive to someone. The work fluctuates a little bit, average 30 hours, but a little less in the summer and a little more heavy at this time of year.
Okay. I'll second the motion.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Now we have approval of annual roadway paving and improvements contract. So authorize the town administrator to sign a contract for annual roadway paving and improvements for fiscal year 2017 project, estimated to cost over $100,000.
Mike, is this generally spending the chapter 90 funds?
Yes.
This is the contract. We open up bids for our annual paving projects for this summer. This is to allow Mike to sign off on that contract with that vendor.
I'll move approval.
Second?
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We also have approval of a micro surfacing roads project for the town. Authorize the town administrator to sign the contracts.
Just for the purpose of clarifying the record, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Gentlemen, does not involve any chip sealing, correct?
Not even related.
Okay, I'll move approval.
I want to hear about these two things. I think we've talked about it some, but, well, the difference between the microsurfacing and the hot in place.
So both of these contracts we've yet to bid. We're actually waiting for our Chapter 90 allotment to be replenished from the state, which hopefully is soon. So the recycled asphalt is a process by which there are 3 machines. They actually go in a train. The first machine itself heats up the existing pavement. The second machine behind it scarifies what was heated up, and then the third machine actually has a spread box with an emulsion-based component that distributes that into the material that's being recycled. It's quite something to see. I actually went down to Bridgeport, Connecticut, and observed. It's very efficient. You're not going to deal with raised castings or millings. They go in, they'll do a stretch, and it's done. And what I found is that the micro-surfacing, of which we did on Pond Street last summer, is a perfect candidate to apply on top of this hot in place product. It almost seals everything up nice and tight. So we're pretty excited to try this. It was done years and years ago here, but not to the extent of how they've brought the technology up above at this point. So we're pumped up. The process is going to be something to see. We've already gotten several inquiries from different surrounding communities that are going to be doing it as well. Other communities that want to come and observe and see the process. So it's going to be a pretty exciting feature to bring to the town and allow us to expend our Chapter 90, which obviously we know isn't quite enough to do what we need to do annually.
It looks like you'll be doing it from July through November.
It's going to be, no, we'll get them in here. It's still going to follow our similar schedule. It'll be July through August and get them out before school kicks off, so.
Move approval.
Second?
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Now approval of the hot in place roadway project.
Again, gentlemen, just so the record is completely clear, this process does not involve anything remotely related to chip sealing a road, correct?
Absolutely not.
Does anybody remember what you're talking about, Patton?
I do.
I do.
Someone
It was,
else
It's this
wasn't last
recurring
night,
nightmare
was
that didn't go well.
Someone else does, Mike. We can call him and ask him.
and somebody else does.
I move approval.
Second?
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, old business. Review the annual town meeting warrant articles.
Where are we in order?
In order, they're gonna try and take the police station first, or it's gonna be suggested, so.
First after the sewer, or before the sewer?
We're asking them to go first, but, so Tim can get to another meeting if possible.
I bet the sewer will go quickly, we should,
If sewer goes, then.
yeah, we
we'll
should
have
talk
that.
to Mary Ann beforehand, I think that, we shouldn't interfere with that. It's so fast. Unless she wants to do it otherwise. That'd be great, because it'd be nice to have Tim.
Yeah.
No. Pam's put in all the numbers. She's gonna do the first 11 articles.
Is the superintendent presenting tonight? The superintendent, do we know if he's presenting anything tonight?
Not to my knowledge.
And they, the school department approved their budget item and their capital articles?
Yes. They let me know they were good to go with,
Well, it looks like we have to remove 4 articles, are we removing 4 articles, Mike?
Yes, you're moving.
Number 11.
Well, you're understanding that we split the sewer capital budget. We do that automatically whenever we need to, because there are 2 sources of funding for that. And then we're removing the appropriation of the capital stabilization fund. And
Allow 3 miscellaneous
then
items.
you can remove the 3 miscellaneous.
Don't we need to save one?
Well, I would save 1.
Okay, I move we eliminate number 11, the appropriation to the capital stabilization fund to,
Why don't we take them one at a time? I'll second that.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I move we remove 2 miscellaneous articles.
I second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. And do we need action for breaking out the sewer capital improvements article into 2?
You don't really need to do that,
Then
because
I
I
won't.
want you to understand that
and that's just, you know, the one project is going to be done through the MWRA program,
Yeah.
grant and loan, but bond council has stressed, even though it's not, won't be a town bond, it will be through the MWRA, we need the language in the bond language to reflect that.
Okay, thank you. Now we have approval of minutes.
I approve the minutes of the February 22nd public session as written.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I will move that we approve the March 7th meeting as written.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I'll move that we approve the March 14th minutes as written.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
And I need to recuse myself from this one.
This was last week's
Yes.
meeting. Okay, I'll move approval.
Yes.
Yep.
Second necessity. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Mr. Chairman, I'll abstain from this vote.
Thank you, Mr. Hearn. So noted. And we going to adjourn into FinCom.
I move we adjourn to the FinCom public hearing.
Second?
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Next meeting will be Monday, April 11th. It will be at the Downey School Cafeteria. We will be discussing the East Street Bridge, among other things at that meeting. Hope everyone can come out and attend. We are adjourned at FinCom at this point in time. Thank you.